And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions. Hello everybody. We're back with Formula Sundays, with a lot of Formula Sundays. Just after the wait a little bit long. Sorry for another lobby restart as settings weren't saved. But here we are, Silverstone, loading in, waiting for players still. It's only gonna be the race, of course. This is gonna be the rerun of last week's Silverstone race. That has been heavily requested due to, first of all, the safety car bug at the start, and then of course Ninja randomly deciding to kill half the grid along the line. In the majority vote that ultimately went out 13 to 2 in favor of rerunning this event. So here we are. It's gonna be another little 35% race. Who's gonna be the terrorist of the day is Fanta asking. I mean, I know, man. It's gotta be who I feel could be terroristic today. It might be one of the AlphaTauris. We don't know. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, it's Formation Lab. I was about to say I'm just pouring my drink. I'm not ready to cast a race start yet at all. I'm not really warmed up yet. It'll be Randro. Randro is not even there. Fanta. SMH my head. Think he's gonna nuke the track from afar. Dude, my PC is not liking this whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure what's up with this, but this little bro is so loud. The fans are, I don't know, man. He's trying to take off or something. So yeah, we will see whether it explodes or not. There is a spin on the Formation Lab, if I saw that correct. Oh my god, both the Haas's are rather off track than on track. Oh, that's the wrong button. Get this. You're gonna cook championship on controller. I mean, wait, I don't have the points in my mind correctly. Is it 11 points, or was Seagull ahead in the end and it is now 1 point difference? I think it's like you have to be 6th or so, right? Glenn and Genier came together. They are already on the grid then. Gonna enjoy themselves some nice cool tires straight out of the fridge. Wait, let me see. I'm not sure. Maybe we gotta go back to onboard POV if my PC keeps screaming so much. I'll just stay on board for now. Actually, I'll let him scream for the start, but then during the race, I guess I'll try to stay more on board, and then we'll hear, or I will hear at least, whether he objects or not. What is Glenn doing? That's a good start already, huh? The 2 Gs on the grid already. Okay, yeah, he doesn't like it much more if I do this neither. What is going on? Why are you up, bro? In this exact same shit. Get out of desk. I mean, maybe I should clean the fence at some point. Well then, it doesn't make a difference. Here we go, back to the TV cam. Yeah, anyone saw Monaco GP is the usual thing, right? Either everybody dies on lap 1 or it's a waste of 2 hours. In this case it was both. But my boy Leclerc, I did predict him to win. He did win. Let's see who wins here. Martin now from the front row as Randro isn't here, and he's taken the lead into turn 1 immediately. It looks like it is gonna be Martin fully ahead of Kurobolt there. The two AlphaTauri's keeping the P3 and 4. Martin here forced to the outside, but will have the advantageous spot here on the next turn. Can he get the traction out of this? And there's a huge pile-up further down. It involves Glenselk. I think Genier was in there, and it seems like Astral was caught up as well. And, well. Kurabold, in the meantime, has taken the lead back again. And Martin under some serious pressure by Ocean there. Better tires on the AlphaTauri there. Not quite sure what happened back there, but Glenselk is certainly involved in it. I think started P5, now all the way down to the back. And Genier seemed to be in it as well. I think he started P7 or 8 or so. So yeah, really curious what is going on. And Martin P1 for a second there had me. Yeah, the same. Honestly, like 1 second was enough. I'm already done for today. Oh lord. Okay, terrorism has continued. Daddy is funkin' dead. And yeah, man, I don't know, man. Why are we even redoing this race if normal Challenger is just the exact same amount of incidents anyways? Like, boys? Yeah, can you elaborate? Like, please? A lot of pitters, virtual safety car abusers. Yeah, Daddy not happy, saying awesome. Yeah, unfortunate. Ocean with the smartest decision and the dumbest execution. I am not entirely sure. Oh, you mean because he pitted for hards here, or what? I'm not sure. I think mediums might be risky for 18 laps. I mean, you can maybe do that in 50% races, but like keep in mind that even if only slightly, the tire wear is scaled up, I think, for 35% races as well. Could have even gone on the mediums. Okay, if you say they hold, I'm just gonna trust you. Nobody else trusted you. Everybody else is on the hards here. Yeah, we will have clouds, but no rain. For the sake of realism, I have manipulated the weather in a way that it goes from light clouds to dark clouds, as it was last week. And yeah, it's gonna be the exact same thing. So, what else do we have? Apart from the crashes, DRS is now active. Nitro is fast on his mediums, and Martin is holding on with Kurabold still as well. Gonna have it even easier now with the DRS, so might as well just jump on board with him. I am seriously concerned about my PC, honestly, because he is very loud. Martin doing a little bit of a drift. Probably going to concede the position to Nitro here. Unless... Okay. We race again, because who doesn't want to race twice back to back? I imagine, like, Nitro or so could go into Elite as well. They could just race for 5 hours tonight. It's not that bad. So we started 5:45. This will presumably take about 35 minutes, maybe 40, not sure. So there's approximately gonna be half an hour of a break for every one of these, and yeah, they can eat, rest. I don't know, man, take a little nap before we go on with the actual race at Kota. Maybe even practice. I don't know if we have such sweats in here who would seriously practice Kota. But surely there's some, right? So yeah, I see. Bro. We will also see if my PC holds on. He is streaming. And I am not sure why, because I have not done anything else than usual. Like anything different. Fair enough. what is going on here? Martin and Kurabold are still just chilling with each other. There's not much to it really. It's like the 0.5 gap that they maintain permanently. And Glenn, in the meantime, with the fastest lap, I guess, bidding for softs here. I would make you think so. Well, we're back at Silverstone. Yeah, indeed. And then we will travel all the way to A in about half an hour. Like, can't see that stuff anywhere else. Formula Sunday is the only time where you can go from the UK to an A in like, yeah, less than an hour, really. The 2 Formula 1 races. This already had more action than the entire Monaco Grand Prix today. Kind of a shame, like, I couldn't, well, I saw Leclerc cross the line and pretty much turned off the stream, and I did not hear his team radio. Can only imagine he was screaming a lot. Would kinda love to see that. Best thing is also, we have a prediction game with the boys. And Yapsinio is a notorious Ferrari copium enjoyer. And I have predicted Leclerc to win today. And he hasn't. And I've said preemptively that he's gonna feel eternally bad if Leclerc actually wins, and now he has won. That's a nice thing. I'm inflicting, yeah, psychological pain on someone. Always a great feeling. Let's see. Will Den inflict several 40Gs on anyone? Doesn't seem so. 3 wide there through Cops, but yeah, the Mercedes here, not Hamiltoning anybody here. In the meantime, Martin has taken the lead of Kurabold and looks to stay ahead here as he moves to the outside, closes the door immediately. Let's see what Solar can do. Against Sean here. I mean, Solar started last, I think, right? So, okay, Sean was also on P13, I think. So these two, oh my god, have gone forward greatly. Solar here almost doing the Vettel, punting Sean off track here, but just in time manages to avoid it. Leclerc blasted it down the mic. I can only imagine. Like, I don't know, man. I've heard him scream no way too often. I would like a yes in the same volume than the, I don't know, France crash meltdown, I guess. Oh my god! Kurabold here. I'm not entirely sure. I do think the contact is Kurabold's fault. However, Martin just, like, he keeps going, right? Like, he sees he's gonna kill him, but he doesn't care much. He could have, like, slightly lifted. Can you go to the POV from Sean? At some point, for sure. Right now, I think there might be a move on for P1, so I guess this is the main point of interest. But this is not gonna happen, so let's go back to Sean, if you will. First few penalties coming through for corner cuts. Let's see. Sean up the inside of Den. Easy move there with the DRS. He's gonna stay ahead through the right-hander. And into the chicanes we go. Oh, let's turn back to the top here. Top 3 within a second there. Wes has the opportunity to yeah, prove himself here as well. I think he was one of the not really beneficiaries of the events of last week. And he has had good pace before, so he might be looking for a win here actually at this point. Very competitive up there. Let's see. Okay, no overtakes just yet. Glenn, yep, just in time here, makes his way past. And these 3 here, I think, what is the pitting lap? Surely like 7 to 9 or something, right? So for the soft runners, of course, I think for mediums, probably going to be like 9 to 11-ish. But let's see. Nitro and Wes both could have a shot at Martin. They are super close behind. And, yeah, might even be able to both make a move, but Wes thinking about it there briefly, but in the end not pulling through with it. I think Dan is too far back to make a move on Sean already. Yeah, Sean is clear of the Mercedes. It's gonna have a lot of way to catch up to the top 3 here. But, of course, now has the free air. It's not gonna be that much of an issue here, as he doesn't have to fight through anybody. Next DRS zone coming up, and the top still very close together. Oh my, Wes there getting a way better exit than Nitro, and I think that is Nitro's P2 privileges revoked by the Aston Martin. He's gonna have the outside on the first turn, but then of course will be in a better position for the second one. Just positioning himself right ahead of the nose of the AlphaTauri. Oh, thinking for a counter there briefly, but then locks in behind in the slipstream. Oh, this might be side by side here through Cops. And both of them, I think, ran fairly wide there. This could only be good for Martin here. Is he pushing all of his ERS as well? He could just escape the DRS here. As Wes does not have any. And Nitro is now going to have the opportunity to attack here. Ooh, rear ends the Aston Martin, if I saw that correctly there. It is now back ahead. I wonder if the Aston dives into the pits now. Yeah, that's a smart choice, honestly. Just to avoid the fight, to not lose that much more time. He will come out, probably ahead of Ocean still. Not entirely sure. Sean coming into the pits as well. Then staying out for an extra lap, going for the overcut. Corbold has pitted a lap earlier, yes, of course. So, yeah, I think the undercut might be working wonders for him, honestly. He could build a great lead on Martin here in the first few laps. Martin, win on the cards, potentially. But I think Kurabold is now driving like 4 seconds quicker per lap than Martin is on his used mediums. And I'm not sure if the tire disadvantage that he's gonna have going to be so great to allow Martin to just catch up and take the win away in the end. Let's see further back here. A couple of guys pretty close together. Solar, Glenn, and Roma. Glenn, of course, on old softs here, so I think fresh mediums for Solar might even be the better tire. Oh, contact there between Astral and Glenn. Glenn just sort of punted him out of the way. Looked like it was, I mean, usually like the car rear-ending you is at fault. I guess I don't think Astral's braking point was outrageous or anything. So yeah. Nitro pitting as well. Is a good call by him here too, I think. He gets the extra 2 laps on Kurabold, but he will get the undercut on Martin. And given that he does not have DRS, this is the big chance for him to close up to Martin again. Den also in the pits. Not big of a surprise. I'd suspect the last soft runners here. Glenn coming into the pits now as well. Actually, Glenn might be going for soft here, to be honest. I think he started on mediums. So, yeah, maybe he's gonna stay out for another lap. Oh no, there he is, going in. So, further up, what do we have? Nitro just came out right in the middle of Ocean and DJ. Or rather, right behind Ocean, I guess. I thought, yeah. He's gonna be let past. Makes sense. Otherwise he won't get much use out of the undercut. Kurabold is 4 seconds clear already, so he's at least 2 seconds ahead of Martin, plus the time he's gaining right now as well. So, yeah, Martin is gonna have a little bit of an uphill battle to fight in the latter half of this race here. Coming in now, And yeah, he's gonna have an advantage of 4 laps on the softs. But is it gonna be enough for him in the end? I think we're really only gonna see the difference in the last 3 or 4 laps here. Bolt right now is absolutely flying. Rearman getting a corner cut penalty here. So one of the few that has already been flying around. Let's head to Den and Sean, who still seem to be sort of in battle, I guess. Oh my, and Martin, wait, actually let's head back to Martin. Martin might even lose the position to Wes here, which is horrible for him, honestly. Nitro is right at his tail again, and honestly, like, this paid off big time for Nitro, I think. 1 lap tire disadvantage. It's not gonna come back to bite him much, I think, but now he has the on-track position. He has regained the gap that he had after losing the DRS. And he's right back in the mix here. And for West, this is gonna be hard. He's gonna have to contend with 2, or well, rather 3 cars on quicker tires. And yeah, you said it, Kurabolt gonna be miles ahead. It's 3.5 seconds, so not exactly like an eternity, but yeah, Nitro and Martin still have to go through Wes first. Who knows how easy that can be. Sean looked like he was gonna get attacked at some point here, but I think Dan just went very wide. Oh, moved by Martin there onto Nitro. And they have closed the second gap to Wes as well. So, yeah, attacks may be following as early as the end of next lap, honestly, maybe even earlier. If they can gain some tenths through these first few corners. Wes does have pretty good pace, honestly, with Kurabolt. Has gained 2 tenths this lap, which is huge, considering that, yeah, Kurabolt's tires are only going to be falling off way more compared to Wes's. So yeah, maybe the undercut is not enough. I mean, still have to get past Kurabolt, but the lead is not insurmountable, really. It seems like Martin has a lot of extra pace. If these guys play it smart and don't fight too much, they will catch what Seagull is saying, and I tend to agree. So yeah, Martin I think needs to get past Wes here. And then Wes can probably just follow, because it seems like Martin can just go the fastest out of the group right now. He did not have much trouble getting past Ocean. And yeah, it looked fairly easy on Wes as well, so 2.8 second leads already. It's shrinking steadily here. And yeah, we're gonna be looking how long this lead stays, but right here we have 2 Mercedes and Sean on the minor contact there. I don't think to the fault of anybody, really. Was just a little bit too tight there and pushed wide. Gonna be a little while until we see these guys battling again. I think Dennis is still gonna go past DJ eventually, because of the tire advantage. Would not be smart by the 2, who I assume are in voice chat usually as well, to just fight much. Yeah, Dennis just being left through by his teammate. Smart decision. And Martin is just eating away the lead here. 0.4 in the first half of this lap already. So this is going to be easily catchable until the end of the race, and if he plays it smart, I think nobody can really contest him much at this point. So Wes not being in range even with DRS to go for anything here, but I don't think it would have been necessarily wise neither. Sean is eventually gonna catch DJ here, as the tire disadvantage, of course, heavily favoring Sean here. And we'll be back to watch the battle as it eventually commences. And yeah, it is about a second of a gain per lap for Martin here on Kurabolt. And he is not even using super much ERS, of course, having slightly less than Kurabolt, but of course, well, he had to gain it back, right? So he's gonna be able to save up a little bit for like 2-3 laps maybe, while staying behind, and then afterwards, penultimate or last lap, he should be able to pull off a move. All he has to do is now, keep it on track. Sean already threw DJ. This went way faster than I thought. Yeah, keep it on track, and don't die, I guess. Resist the wall urge for once. So, Nitro now, dropping far behind as well. Is now 2 seconds behind Wes. Not sure if he made a mistake or anything. A little bit atypical for sure. I think he lost a second in the last lap alone. And in the meantime, Martin is zooming. He is, pretty much on the same level of ERS than he was last lap. Turn 1 looked like it might have been a corner cut, honestly. And he will get DRS here, and it would be huge for him if Wes wasn't gonna get it on him. So, yeah, that's actually happening. Martin now, escaped Wes and is now within range for Kurabolt. Of course, these two fighting is probably gonna bring Wes back. But for now, I think Martin has decent chances of just overtaking Kurabolt by the end of this lap there, last DRS straight. Could have the grip advantage through Maggots and Beckett's here. Yeah, he's even gonna lift early, because he can't really, risk going closer. He could have gone so much faster there. And there we are, DRS. Not even using energy, so I think he's fine with staying behind for just a little longer. Kurabolt, yeah, he is burning through his tank. Martin has just now in the last lap gained 20 ERS on him. Kurabolt went down from 50 to 25, and Martin, yeah, went up by 10%. So it's all going according to plan, especially as long as Wes stays away behind. And we're gonna see if Martin can take the race lead here and go on to win it. I think right now is the time for the move. Probably gonna have a better exit group-wise. Oh, yellow flag. There is Genier, I think, yeah. Ran wide there in the fast right-hander. And Martin just chilling behind Kurabolt here. I think while you can do that, I mean, of course you run danger of being caught by Wes at some point, right? Like, yeah, you don't want to be re-overtaken in the last lap as well. But surely you go past in this lap, right? You have the ERS advantage, of course. I don't know if he knows. But he's now 15% ahead. Oh yeah, and there we go. Overtake activated. Tremendous exit there. From the quick snaky corners. And there we are, Martin in the lead with a bit more than 2 laps to go. 2 laps and a couple of turns here. And let's see what he can make of it. Of course, Kurabolt now gonna get the benefit of the slipstream and DRS. But yeah, he's running low on energy really. He's on 10% there. Whereas Martin is looking relatively healthy, so I think Martin can probably defend 1 or 2 lunges, and then, yeah, he should probably be in the clear just by his speed in the middle sector. that he has because of the tire advantage. Half a second away now. Gurabold, yeah, I think he started gaining way too late there. Not the best exit, or rather, impossible to get a better exit with the tires he has. And I mean, you can see it here, this quick left-hander. Martin just gained 0.3 here in these two turns, the right-left combo, or left-right combo. So, yeah. Eventually, I think Gurabold is gonna fall out of the 1 second window. It might be here. And then he's gonna have to worry about Wes behind. Oh, yeah. Almost there. Let's go, Martin. Yeah, I mean, it was maybe not justice for Daddy, but at least it might still be justice for Martin. He was on a very good race before he got taken out as well. Potentially on... Actually quite similar, I think. He had the tire advantage, if I'm not mistaken, and he was running in second. So, yeah. Last lap for Martin. He is a second in the clear here. He really only has to bring it home, not cut a corner, and take that win. I think it is gonna be the first one in like quite a long while, honestly. I think he won back in season 5 or 6. We're in season 15 right now. Not sure if he won ever in between. So, yeah, it's cool to see him back on top again. Martin, when you can't believe it. Well, don't believe it too early. I think his tires shouldn't go like flat spot or anything. So he should really be fine, and even if he gets a corner cut, I think he might even be able to just gain another second in these last few turns, as Gurabold tires really don't seem to be it anymore. Only concern I have is a little fuel light flashing down there. He runs out of fuel now. I'm gonna... Yeah, I don't know, man. Stream is cancelled for the rest of the night. So yeah, last few turns for Martin. And it looks like he has done it. Coming over the line in P1 here, 3 seconds ahead as well. And Wes can't quite catch Gurabold in the end. Oh god, there's still a nice little battle going on for P10 here. Last points position between Monsieur Genier and Solar. Let's see what they can do. Then taking Ocean down a position on penalties. And here we are. Genier to the inside. Solar leaves a lot of room. Very fairly done. Nicely done as well. And Genier doesn't risk it too much as well. Maybe he's going to overtake him on time penalties. I'm not too sure what these two guys have. And yeah, Genier had more than Solar anyways, so wasn't the time for a Hail Mary move regardless. Gurabold saying Martin took me out. Oh lord. Yeah, I'm curious to see that, I guess. I didn't see it, personally. Astro going into the pits. Here being in last. Yeah. That's gonna be the rerun of last week's Challenger tier race done already. Yeah, as said, it's a little bit early. I think I'm just gonna leave the stream running regardless. We'll be chilling in the intermission, and then, of course, I'll set the timer up for the proper Challenger tier race. And yeah, we may see. Deserved win for Martin, yeah. And I mean, I see there's like a complaint by Gurabold that he is indeed or was taken out by Martin. I don't know if you guys remember the early incident where Gurabold ran across the grass after being spun to the inside by Martin. Having a 3-second gap is good regardless, in case he's getting a time penalty. But yeah, for now, congrats to Martin. Glad to see you back up there again. Gurabold taking P2 in the end, and Then we have Wes in P3, very nice performance by him as well. Kurobolt getting fastest lap point too. Nitro pretty much staying where it started. Then with a couple of good improvements, Ocean dropping down a bit, but Sean gaining a few positions. DJ also dropping 2 positions. And Wurm and Solar both gaining a bunch again. Solar yet again a points finish, very nice for him here as well. So yeah, Justice for Doom triple stream. Oh, actually, no, I don't have a VR stage. I've done worse in the past. Man, when I was single and unemployed, man, there were times where I streamed like 5 evenings a week, Rocket League solo casts, or like 3 or 4 best of 5s each. So yeah, it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go and eat something in this nice half-hour break here. And then we're gonna go full swing again in Kota. As yeah, the usual racing is of course happening tonight as well still, right? So yeah, stay tuned for that. As said, I'm gonna put the timer on the usual start time, and we'll be back in half an hour or so. Or rather, well, or 40 minutes, but yeah. See you then.
What's up, boyo?
Time to go to work.
Forget about the surface, boy. You are not missing much. Here we have warmth and wealth, stability. Up there, nothing of the sort.
It's nice to visit anyhow. Daedalus power.
Son of Hades.
Interesting.
Please visit me as you shall have it.
That's something. Hello there, Dionysus.
Hey, how you living life down?
Let's liven things up. Louts. My Chaos Boon evolved a new effect. That's mine. That's a relief. Ready, lads? Hey, sir. Boldy, you can speak up if there's something on your mind, you know. Good chat.
In case words of encouragement or not. You've got just the thing. You can do this.
I'll give these wretches not a minute more.
I'm trapped. Got to hold on.
Why do I pay these wretches?
Well, that's better. A palm of power. Juicy. Time to fish. Bite this. Wow, a Skiller Scion. Here's the fee. Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies. Where'd the others go? Moving on. Closer to the surface. Cheers. love that sulfur smell. Colorful. Some of Charon's wares. Witch's Circle. gods grant me strength. Nice and cool. Hello, mates. Die by Baratha. Next island. Good enough to eat. Extra blessing. We'll have to catch up some other time, Learning, as I'm in a bit of a rush.
and it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane, and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions. Buenos dias again. Cool. We are back. Here we are. In COTA, Austin, Texas. Yeah. Looking awfully nice tonight here. We have, I mean, you can spot it on the screen already. With beautiful weather, and especially we got a Fabian Gaming cameo in the Ferrari coming through. Steel Sneeze is supposed to join in a second, so that would have us at 16 drivers, which is just great challenger tier attendance. Hoping for similar numbers in Elite, of course. Yeah. Let me open up the Discord so I can get late runners in. I don't know. How are you doing, everybody, now that we have actual race going on? Or rather, actual qualifying. As we did skip that on the rerun race, of course. Let me look at the stats, actually. I'm not even sure whether there is still a championship to be fought in Challenger tier. Oh, Challenger standings. Well, Randro has pretty clearly won. Of course, all of these stats don't really factor in the last race yet. But Randro has won regardless. Glensack should sit pretty clearly in P2. Between Nitro and Martin it could be close, especially with Martin getting the win earlier. They were 10 points apart before the British Grand Prix. And Kurabold, of course, is also still there, able to make up a lot of positions. So, yeah, for P4 in the... actually, P3, because Yeast is not racing again. In the Drivers' Championship, it's still pretty close. And if we look at the Constructors... Well, Williams has single-handedly won it already. Ferrari is currently 2 points behind Haas, without factoring in British Grand Prix, of course. So that's relatively close for P2. Relatively close for P4, with all of AlphaTauri, Mercedes and McLaren in range. So yeah, still a little bit of the best of the rest positions to fight for, I guess. For now, let's just enjoy this for what it is. We have been with DJ, even though I think he's been overtaken by Martin to be the first one on the hot lap, if I'm not mistaken. It's a McLaren. Okay, no, this McLaren is not on the hot lap. DJ is in fact the first car out. And then that ahead must have been Astral. We will invite people real quick, if they are online, that is. They are online. Crazy. And might get Wes back in as well. Just... Oh no, it was not Wes who got dropped. Oops. Ew. Imposter Martin side. Let's see. Werman. DJ currently sitting on pole then. Martin there just won his first race in 3.5 years. Crazy to have some drivers even here for that long. But yeah, he has been a race winner in Season 6 indeed, as Fabian has put it in the chat. Season 6, Race 11 in Australia, 10th of January 2021. That is crazy. But yeah, on top of the podium yet again in the rerun of the British GP. And to be fair, was looking good in the first instance of the race until he got killed as well. So yeah, let's see. Flavio was not there last week and thus was not in the rerun neither. But he is here now. Steel Sneeze coming through in the Red Bull. Roman should be coming back in. Okay, Jimsky saying, want to see how you compare to Charlie and controller can do at 32.7. Okay, so that is still a good bit clear of what we have right now, but I mean, Kurbold has not set a lap here. I think he should be the clear favorite for the pole here, especially with Randro not being around. So we'll see what he can cook up. Astral pole position trust. I don't know. Not to flame Astral or something, but like on quali pace, he goes P1. I'm suing for group hacks. I don't know. Would surprise me at least. I mean, I don't know if he has grinded. He might be able to. Okay. Don't know how that was not invalid, but he's made it to P6 here for now. Bit of Solar. Fabian coming in. And just behind Glenside, which is honestly, if this is a decent Glenside lap, not too bad pace. Let's see, Kurobold, the Maestro, is on a track right now, looking for one last win here in Shelly. Believe in Astral. I am not sure. I mean, I guess I will believe in Astral. I believed in Leclerc today, so I can believe in Astral. So, Kurobold come through. Last turn. Rather. Not the best exit there, I think he lost it a little bit. But this is looking like a low 33. Oh, is this even a high 32? And there we are. First benchmark of the evening, pace-wise. Let's see, Nitro. Okay, invalid lap for him. Usually he's quite good on race pace as well. Is DJ already on a lap? Okay, it looks like he abandoned his one. Or the game is just not saying me that he is on an out lap, honestly. I'm not entirely sure. Sean seems to be going. Yeah. Up that turn one. Okay, oh dude. Nitro is preemptively saying sorry. For not moving off the racing line for Kurobold. Someone is messaging me on Steam. Who the fuck is messaging me on Steam? Let's see. Phone. Oh, bro, where do I even see shit on the phone? Friends. Okay, that is not helping. Oh well. Can't be that important, right? Surely. Well, in the meantime, Sean has made it through the majority of the track. Now only having the last two corners to go, and that is validation. Easy as that. Oh, that was almost a DNF as well. Let's see what Wes can cook instead. 13 for now, as he has not set a time. Purple sector 2, if that is true, that could be big, but he should be on the upper end of the field pace-wise. Mercedes are sitting in a very good spot right now for them, I think. To be honest, like, they're a little bit of a mystery box, really. Like, sometimes I feel like they drive around the P10 margins and then they randomly pop out and be like 4-5 or something. So, yeah. Dude, okay, you can take this last turn so deep. This was like way off track by Wes there, and he makes it through. I think EJ just improved ever so slightly. Okay, this no idea how this was not invalid as well. But then still going and still going quick. What's Martin doing right now? Ooh, purple sector 2. 0.2 improvement. Okay, yeah, no, that can't be true, right? Either he drove a horrendous sector 1 or that sector 2 was not purple. It is criminal. Then, okay, cutting that a little bit, but I think that is intended. About 2/10 up here. Ooh, Martin with an improvement at least for front row, but still half a second down to Kurabold. So, let's see. What can Den cook? He can cook almost the exact same time than his teammate, honestly. Yeah, that's unlucky, I guess. Top 4, or at least 2 to 4, relatively close together there, within the 10th all. Let's see, I expect some improvement from Glanzak as well. He's 0.1 up here. There's more to be done, really. So let's see what the delta looks like after sector 2. Oh, 0.3. Getting better. Is still far from enough, honestly. Steel Sneeze come through with a 33.9. Honestly, also a name that I haven't quite a while. So I'm not really sure what his pace is supposed to be. But on P5, I think he's not going to be too unhappy with that. Let's see what Glenn can do here. Yeah, 0.9. Just behind Steel Sneeze. Daddy is out on track. It's already down after sector 1. Let's see Fabian. Let's give Fabian some screen. Okay, let's not give him some screen time. He's just done with his lap. Who else? Nitro? Yeah, okay, in that dude. Need to stop watching people. Sean is cooking potentially. Wait, let's see what Astral is cooking. I was promised pole position. Last few turns, and behind him is, I think, Steel Sneeze, who I'm not sure if he is on a hot lap or if he's coming in. I think he should be coming in. Yeah. Almost far. Okay. A little bit of a Red Bull jump scare there. And Astral improves ever so slightly, but not enough to net him a position. So let's go back to Sean here. He of course doesn't have a delta, but that was a quite hefty miss of the apex there. So, purple sector 2 as usual. I think every single lap I've spectated so far was purple sector 2. Oh, and that's a spin. That is not going to be too good. Kurabold with another 0.2 improvement over the first sector alone. So let's see what else he has in the tank throughout the rest of the track. Still 0.2 difference, not much changing in that middle sector. But honestly, middle sector is really just the exit of the technical part and 2 hard braking zones, so not sure where you can gain or lose a lot there. This last one, a lot more technical again, so I think this was slightly better than his previous attempt. And he lost time overall, but still improved in the end. So DJ is a 10th up. This is what he would need for P2. Martin currently, yes, pretty much the order of the rerun. Wenzelk, I think, was a little bit further up there. Wes was way further up, honestly. Down in P12, it's not really where I expected him to be. Maybe he still has a good lap in him. Purple sector 2, the usual. Now, last sector needs to be good. Taking it very inside here. Now, this is important to take a lot of speed out of, not run too wide. This is way better than Kurabold's iteration of that turn in the previous lap. Makes this a little bit more tight, and that's a huge improvement. Not quite enough to catch Kurabold, but it should put him in a good position here against his direct rivals, as they have quite a lot of work to do, work ahead of him. To go ahead there. So who is running right now? Is Flavio on a hot lap? Honestly, the ERS looks like he might be. Yeah. Not sure what his delta was. I did not quite see that. But this was a very nice turn there, though. It's not that easy to aim that really properly. And here we can cut easy on the in and outside, and that is a huge improvement for Flavio. Putting him more where I think he should be as well. He is definitely capable to drive these like best of the rest times. And right now he is a good bit behind both of the Mercedes, which is surprising. And Martin and Kurabold, of course. But still sitting in P5 right now. Wes is in the pits. There's another driver who I would have thought was gonna improve still, but I don't think he's gonna make it. 50 seconds left. Can just retire, honestly. This is not enough for him to get a lap going. A couple of other guys on outlaps. Let's see. Nitro. Yeah, Nitro is... yeah, is actually on a hot lap. Another purple sector 2. Cool. And Nitro I would also see around like the P5-6 area. Especially now that he only gets one lap, he probably drove a little bit more cautious. Yeah, that is a huge release there. I think that he wouldn't have done... he could have just full pushed. Takes this very tight as well. He wants to get the time on the board, and it's enough for P8 in the end. Yes, not getting into the 33s. Where, yeah, quite a bunch of people are very close together fighting for potential position here. Martin invalidated his lap, last attempt for him. And now let's see if Den is currently up. If so, we're gonna stick with him for a while. Sector 2 line is approaching shortly. He does not need much here for a position gain. I guess it's hard to catch DJ. Oh, okay, never mind. He is cooking. He is seriously cooking. This could be good. 0.6 up. Might be the lap of a lifetime here for him. If he can keep this up, I think he's going to be P1 for now. With the delta he has had. Now he only needs a good last sector here. Good few last turns. I think Kurabold's turns weren't super great. And Dan could actually get himself a maiden pole here. Let's see. 32.7. Very nicely done by the Mercedes driver. DJ here down on his time. Martin invalidated. This is going to be hard to be contested. Nitro on an in-lap. Daddy is coming through, but he is far down from pole. And gets an improvement, gets at least one more position against Nitro. And the last one running really are Nitro and Sean. And they both won't change anything. Yeah. What the fuck is a kilometer? Yeah, Dan and DJ of course are American, so home soil for them, and Dan getting that pole position on his home turf. Yeah, really banging lap there coming through. And yeah, congrats. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Could be slandering them there, but I think he doesn't have more than like 2 or 3 podiums, I guess. So taking pole here against Grubbold, and Steel Sneeze here improving big time as well to 33 flat. Did not even see that. And I think DJ passed Martin as well in the very end there. There are a lot of positional changes in the end. So yeah, the Mercedes looking real good. Well, that's the worst quali session of my life, Nitro saying. Yeah, Den out of nowhere. Is that Den with a steel chair? But yeah, Mercedes on top in Austin. Who would have seen this coming? I certainly did not have that on my list for today. But congrats, really, to Dan here for taking pole position. Kurabol, though, is going to be tough opposition here into turn 1. Right next to him, Steel Sneeze there. A little bit of a mystery box. We haven't seen him race in a little while. DJ coming through in P4 here. Martin 5th, followed by Flavio, and then the Haas pack of Glenn and Daddy. Nitro only P9 there. Monsieur Genier denying Fabian the top 10 return. And then, well, the 2 Ferraris, the 2 Scots. And further down, honestly, I can't quite remember. Down there, I think they didn't get a good lap in at all. By the way, Dan's lap was 1.5 quicker than the last session. Yeah, a season, okay. I mean, he must have cooked there. It's a crazy good lap if Jimsky can drive this, even if on controller. And yeah, he has out-qualified Kurabold after all, who has been crazy fast on some tracks as well. Yeah. I mean, maybe not lap of a lifetime, but definitely quite a banger that he's put there. Yeah, curious to see how the race plays out then, because Dan was not really playing a role in any fight for the win yet, because he's usually starting in the P6 to P8 area, maybe. And at that point, the top runners are already away usually. But we're gonna see it here. Of course, formation lap, a little bit of a breather again. And then let us see. We have medium as the meta strat. Flavio on the softs, Monsieur Genier on the softs, and then Astral and Sean further down on the softs. Yeah, Sean and Wes, I think I'd expect it to be a little bit further up as well. Especially Wes, who has been... was he on the podium in the end? I can't remember the outcome after time penalties, but I think he was third. So... yeah. Quite the contrast here, being all the way down the grid. And of course, gonna enjoy that. Running number 12 as well, that I would run. And I don't know, man. I'm excited for this one. This is a wild combo. Steel Sneeze in there, who hasn't been racing for a while, and is apparently having good pace around here. Martin not too far back. Nitro is going to have to fight through the field a little bit, just as Glensalk as well. Both of them, I think, I'd expect it to be a little bit further up. Fabian is right in the midfield, I would say where he's most comfortable. But that would be a lie. But yeah, he has like a couple of known faces around him, apart from Wurman really. Like, but he has been racing with Genier, Solar and Astral, I think a decent amount. I don't know, man. 16 drivers is just hype. Very, very cool. 20 laps is what we're in for 35%. That means, bro, I don't. It is 28 or 29 for elite. I'm mathing correctly. Well, regardless. It is then not parking correctly. Too eager to go. He would have just continued driving. But the grid lining up behind him, actually like pretty in sync, I think. Like everybody is arriving at their spots like sort of at the same time. A big parking job by Kurabolt. Let's see. Lights are going on. And out they go. There we are. Good start, I think, by Den, if I saw that correctly. Kurabolt, they're not being able to go side by side at all. And that is the first big task done for Den here. As he stays ahead, Steel Sneeze not sending a move neither. Further down, Wurman, big loser of the start, I think, lost 4 positions here. Daddy as well is down from P9 to P15. Glensalk has gained 1, I think. And is gaining another on Flavio right now. Whoops, that is... Oh my god, that is Flavio gone. I'm not sure if this was like a ghost touch or so. I think the final contact there was no contact. But yeah, that is a spin. Very unfortunate for Flavio here. Gonna have to make a recovery drive. Strategy, soft medium or medium hard. Not sure what is better here. And I think like generally top 5 gotten away just as they started. And not too many changes otherwise. Sean currently battling Fabian here. Oh my god, okay, yeah, going for a very ambitious switchback there. Trying to cut behind Fabian. Oh, Astral going up the inside. Slight contact there, but it's very tight to go side by side through that turn anyways. I think that turned out about as well as it could have. And yeah, generally very close between everybody still. It's the only gap that's really forming is behind between Fabian and Monsieur Genier, and Glenn is dropping behind Martin a little bit. Oh my, yeah, okay. Kurabolt just goes through. I'm not sure if Den just slept on the braking zone. But that just kind of looked like he forgot he was gonna go left and waited so long on the entry. Just left the door far open for Kurabolt. Maybe it's a tactical move as well. He's maybe aware that he can't quite match the pace and rather instead of like at some point getting rear-ended and crashed out. That's a Kurabolt go already. But yeah, I'm not sure if that is a smart move, if that is the case. Monsieur Genier is one of the few with tire advantages right now. Oh, Sean also on Fabian here. I wonder if there might be an overtake coming. Yep, it looks that way. And that is him through easily. Now Fabian has Astral to worry about. Also on the softs. Is going to make some pressure here behind him. Let's just... Oops. Jump on Astral real quick. Let's see how he does it. Around the outside here maybe, but... not sure whether that's worth it. Either into turn 1 here without DRS even could be possible, and depending on the exit that Astrals get in. Otherwise, you just wait for the DRS zone on the back straight. Oh, Astral running deep there. Might be coming under attack there for Wurman for that. Yeah, thank you, camera perspective. There we are, Wurman. Down the inside here, and that is a nicely executed move. I saw some positional changes here between Monsieur Genier and Glensilk and Nitro. I'm not sure what happened there. The gap between Glensilk and Martin has gotten bigger, that's for sure. Furibolt is sort of running away in front there. Oh, this is so close. Den was briefly within the DRS window, but I think... Oh yeah, he actually got it. That is clutch. Gonna give him half a second on the straight. For free! So yeah, big... arm lift there. Let's see, Glensilk. Onto Nitro. Just taking this very nice and easy. Not much to do for the AlphaTauri driver to drive back. Don't really have... Okay, never mind. I was about to say you don't really have the speed up the inside. Because you have to turn so tight. But apparently Nitro's able to make it stick. If only we had a good camera angle for this. Yeah. In the end, Nitro stays ahead. And Glenn stays very close behind. DRS is coming up, and so is Monsieur Genier. He's almost pushing Glenn forwards. Onboard exists, yeah, I guess. I could have swapped to onboard, but I feel like seeing that from above would have been way cooler. Anyways, I was just coping. Want to see some onboard? Then let's go on Steel Sneezes onboard. He looks like he's overtaking Den any second. Has not happened yet, but the top 4 are certainly getting away from Nitro a little bit. Hey, top 5 even. Martin is in there too. Nitro even getting the first corner cut penalty. Flavio retiring in the pits, just not in it anymore. And Solar picking himself up his 3rd corner cut as well. Steel Sneeze going up into P2. Yeah, I think at the point where Dan lost DRS, it was hopeless for the Mercedes to defend that. And let's jump on board with Nitro again. I feel like we might get a repeat of the previous lap here. Certainly trying to go side by side. It's interesting to see the altering lines here between Glenn and Nitro. It looks like Nitro's gonna have the upper hand around the outside here, but he's running super deep. Car's heavy, of course. On some compounds and race estates, it can be quite hard to take this long right-hander full speed. You miss the turn in a tiny bit, you get carried far to the outside. It looked like Nitro was just not perfectly on time. However, Glenn already blinking. Oh my god, and there is a spin by Nitro. Honestly, like, it looks pretty dark here. I'm not sure if this is Cope again, but was there a chance of rain? What happened to Flavio? I think he spun in lap 1. Not sure, I think there might have been contact because he went pitting. Oh, actually no, he retired in the pits. And yeah, pretty much he just drove into the pits and retired there. So yeah. Presumably what happened to him was just contact, him being 4 seconds down the end of the field, and then not really being in it for the long run anymore. Fabian here, getting past Wes, or is he? Side by side they are still, and side by side is Sean and Monsieur Genier. And Wes is ahead in the end. Really close between these guys. There's a big pile-up behind Sean. Everybody here is like within half a second of each other. Just a huge DRS strain, and there is Monsieur Genier spinning out. Oh, and there's contact between Wes and Nitro, I think it was. Pushing them off track there. And, oh. Werman running wide there too. I think like this is the... Oh, and Fabian. Oh no. Fabian Gaming pushed off track here, as it seems. Lost 3 or 4 positions as well. See, further up. And Wes, I think, just got past Nitro. Nitro under some heavy pressure by Werman. So, these guys are still having a fair fight. Honestly, Kurabold's not getting away neither. All of them can follow. Oh, and there is a DNF. It seems like Genier has lost it. Probably the tire is still dirty. And then he has found a wall, which can happen very well as well. And thus we have a safety car here, which might... I'm not sure who it benefits, honestly. I think everybody can just go for the hearts here. It's tough for the Mercs, I guess, because they have to double stack. But then again, DJ is gonna lose a position to Martin, and then Glenn is like 7 seconds behind. So they're only gonna lose 1 position here. It's not too bad. Astral getting more penalties. Yeah, he's collecting them. To be fair though, like I'm not sure, is Astral driving wheel or controller? Do you know that? Well, because as a controller player, like it's impossible for me to navigate Sector 1 without getting a corner cut every other lap. The curbs are so flat, you have to cut so much. Oh, my DJ with the drive-through for speeding on the safety car. At least he's not gonna hold his teammate off as well. Oh, pain. That's his race pretty much over. Arts or Field Sneeze and Kurabold going for softs as Martin as well. This makes me almost suspect like there's coming rain at some point. And Steel Sneeze and Den are kind of gambling for it to stay dry and to go to the end, and Kurabold and Martin are just hoping the rain comes soon, so they have the tire advantage for it, and if everybody has to pit regardless, they are not losing out because of their tire choice there. Sector 1 is something on controller, yeah. Okay, Astral is a wheel, okay, fair. Honestly, like, yeah, I don't know. I respect corner cutting either way. Like, maybe this is the Trackmania player talking out of me. But if you can't make the turn full speeds, the mapper should have probably built it differently, right? Yeah, you get a new wheel. I've read you have killed yours, or it has killed itself, however. And you will be getting a new one. But, yeah. Unfortunately, must be racing on a controller tonight. Which is a minor pain, I assume, for a wheel driver. Honestly, I think you all should do no rules, no damage, everybody full sended. Honestly, like, you think it's fun, but it gets pretty boring pretty quickly. From my experience, as we have, I think, done this 3 or 4 times over the last few years. It was really just at some point, like, if there's no stakes, your actions are not particularly interesting neither. It killed itself. The misery. Surely. Saw one obnoxious, atrocious WRC stage and was like, nah man, I don't want to do this anymore. I flip one more time. I'm gonna fucking die. Then it did. We have a pitter, and that is Nitro. I wonder how. I wonder why. What is he doing? Mediums. Okay. Yeah, I guess, like, I see the confidence. he thinks he can just drive through all the hard runners, I guess it's worth it for him. At least you got a reason to upgrade it. Yeah, fair. Unfortunate timing. Like, aren't you going out for military like soon anyways? This is like you're gonna have like 3 or 4 races on this thing and then just leave it laying around for half a year or 3/4, or I don't know how long your military service is. I mean, not saying that like this could prevent, and yeah, I would still get it at some point. Yeah, I was about to say it's just getting a new toy and then can't use it. The kind of a misery. Safety car is gonna come in now. I think it should be announcing it in about 2 seconds. There we are. Yeah, this is honestly one of the easiest tracks to restart because the way until you actually have to go is so long. There's so much room. You have so much time to let the safety car go, and thus you have more options to say when you want to go. And at this point, I think Corbold could have been a good bit slower by the start of this. Still not really giving the safety car much room, because I think you can theoretically initiate the restart as early as in the long right-hander if you slow them down correctly. But yeah. Presumably it's just gonna be out of the last turn. Oh, no, it's going now. It's actually a pretty good restart, I think. Caught Steel Sneeze off guard a little bit. Almost a second between the two already. I mean, Corbold is expected to be running away right now anyways. Honestly, I'm not sure if the soft tire is just an actual gamble to go to the end. It's only 11 laps, like, surely it's not great, but surely it's doable, question mark? Daddy spun around. Not a great day for him, really. He's been shafted in the rerun of last week already. Now we're running in last as well. Still got a month and like 2 weeks. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna open up the opportunity to at least partake in some of the silly stuff we may or may not be doing after this season. Martin on softs as well, so he is attacking 4P1 here. Oh my god! That was honestly, I wouldn't say atrocious defense there by DJ, but was certainly Mazepin defense there. It looked like he almost killed Glenn. Reactive move, if you will. So Martin is still stuck behind Dan here. I think for him it's really just yeah, an urgent matter to go past ASAP. Then, oh no, DJ probably, yeah, serving his drive-through right now. Then getting a corner cut penalty. I'm really curious how much we are gonna see. It's already half the grid almost having some penalties. I think Genier had some before he retired as well. Yeah, it is still half the race to go, so surely at some point most of the grid is gonna have that little black and white flag next to their name. Let's see. Martin will get the opportunity to overtake here. Gotten a okay-ish exit, honestly. It's not great, really. Not having DRS yet. I think that's gonna get activated next lap. And Dan, of course, has the slipstream as well. So far, the soft gamble not really working out for Martin. Really wondering if there's rain or if it's just like because they think softs can make it to the end. I don't know, it's like Fanta. Oh, Jimsky's in the chat. Do these things hold on for 13 laps on 35%? I mean, for you for sure, I guess. Like you have like half the tire wear that I have. DRS enabled. Martin is already super close to Den. It looks like he's just gonna take the place into turn 1. Then again, he's so late on this turn, and I don't know if it's just a special line he has, but he's going so far around the outside. You don't know tires around here. Yeah, pain. SMH. No reliable infos for me. Bad. Martin now. Trying to get within the DRS window here, and I think he succeeded. Solar getting his second, maybe even third corner cut time penalty. Second for sure. Under attack by Fabian soon here. See. Don't think we're gonna see a move here. I see a little bit of a scene change anyways. Wes and Glenzalk currently battling, but Fabian here makes short work of Solar. Up the inside here, better position for him, and I think he should be able to, yeah, keep his car ahead without too much trouble. So West, really horrible quali, but he is here. E5, not too bad. Even though I think, right, is he gaining on Den? I'm not entirely sure. There is quite a gap. Not entirely sure why that has happened. Martin, in the meantime, getting past Steel Sneeze. Yeah, and that is him through to P2. Bolt already so far gone. It's been, yeah, huge for the leader here. Soft tire advantage early on. He's really using it to the max. And yeah, there we have it. 1.5 seconds he drove out in the last, must have been lap 8 the restart, so 4 laps, about a second quicker per lap. Yeah. So I think Martin may have just had a slight ghosted through. Looked like his car froze, like the Kurtzebuk a little bit. Not sure if I saw the delta going lower and lower. Glenn, in the meantime, going past Wes again. These two changing positions every other lap as well. A little bit of a yeah, slide on the corner exit there by Wes. Might be hard for him to overtake now. In fact, it is actually impossible because of the exit speed that he was lacking there. TJ has now made it back to Deddy after his drive-through penalty. He's all the way on the back of the grid here, just took the first on his way to points. Fabian and Solar still running together, this time Solar ahead again. And Astral getting himself another time penalty. Not sure if this is his second or his third. Oh, let's get up to Wes and Glenn this time, in time, as they might be heading through the middle sector side by side once more. I think Wes is in the clear here. changing the position with DRS every other lap. On. It looks like he's putting some pressure on Wirroman. Oh, there's slight contact even on the rear end. Has to care to not be over eager. Can be the end for your end plate very, very quickly. And he is starving on ERS here. Astral and Nitro, of course, will see the lamp blinking as well. And they're gonna be happy about that, as they intend to get past at some point. But with everyone having DRS here, it's not that easy. Fabian and Solar going side by side into turn 1, and now Fabian ahead for sector 1. Looked like he was coming from the inside there. Solar running deep this one, but I guess like some people just take these deeper to go a bit faster, risk corner cutting a little bit less. And it seems like Steel Sneeze is on pace with both Kurobold and Martin. Oh. On. Wirroman right behind him there, it's just been overtaken. Behind that, Astral and Nitro are, yeah, having a friendly debate of who is P9. Nitro will get better exit speed here. He's trying to get another run air on the outside, but it didn't work out for him earlier. Neither does it here, unless... Oh, that is an interesting move there. Pretty much the switchback in the quick turn. And still side by side here around the outside he goes. I think Astral's gonna have that one in the end, because he's... No, actually Nitro's still having DRS. Ooh, and Astral. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Okay, that was an interesting battle though. Honestly, like both of their lines into turn 1 were a little bit crazy. I was in fear that either of them is gonna crash into the other. They've made it work. They've made it work at cost of 2.5 seconds that they are now behind Wirroman. But I mean, for the fans, it's great. Kurobold running away from Withers so far, but Softs was hard, so... I mean, I guess, right? Like, you would expect him... Actually, he was 4.5 seconds ahead. He's starting to lose, just as you say this. I think we are at the point, or we are just at the point, where the hards overtake the softs. Martin has lost the position as well. And it's just a matter of time whether Glanselk and Wes are gonna get Martin on his softs. And yeah, Kurobold, as you said, ran away a little bit, but I think now the time has come for him to really manage his tires, make sure he comes to the end on these, because it might be tough for him to get all the way through. Oh. Side by side go Glenn and Wes, as they have done so often in this race already. Honestly, Kota, really like an underrated track for me, personally. I'm always like, oh, Kota is so mid, but you can take so much of this side by side by the end of the, the entire Sector 3, pretty much. You can just, like, play mind games, go back and forth, whether you want to take the inside line, take, like, extra speed through the turns. I'm not sure, I think this is Tilka as well, so, yeah. For once, the bro has cooked. Unboring Tilkadrome, for once. Roman and Sean. Let's see. Side by side. And into 7 goes the Ferrari. Fabian. Not sure if the mediums are going into the knees already as well. Sure seems like Astral has dropped down behind Nitro quite a bit. I'm not sure if he made a mistake or so. Virginia saying, gonna have to put my dog down. He ran over my USB cord and pulled my Xbox off the TV stand. Okay, yeah, so that's why Genier has found the wall. His dog just sabotaged his car. Just ran on track, bit into the tire, and the car went wall. As right here, DJ has arrived at Fabian and Astral. Is trying to take them both at the same time. I think, yeah, late lockup there helps him to not crash into Astral. Just past Fabian for now. Oh, Wes and Glenn swap positions here. Seems like Wes has ran a little bit deep there, given Glenn the opportunity to strike back and go through. And I mean, all of this is helping Martin, right? Like, he's not gaining or losing anything on the top guys, but he is gaining on Glenn and Wes because they are swapping back and forth permanently. Same with Werman and Sean. I mean, all this racing, of course, great show for us, but it's not good for these guys' paces. For the races of them. They can't really catch up. The guys further up, and well, as I said 3 laps ago, Kurobold has lost half a second in the previous lap. He has managed to maintain his lead pretty much on exactly 4 seconds for 3 laps now. So whatever he did in that 1 lap might have just been a mistake. And the softs are maybe not actually that bad yet. Martin could be attacking Den here, who has only gotten into the second window after the detection point. Not going through here. Wes instead probably going to swap positions with Glenn once more. That's to go for the outside line. A lot of exit speeds here. But there's no move just yet, again. I mean, especially in sector 1, I think it's just losing you guys time. Go side by side, you have to take these turns so much more light. Wes almost rear-ending Glenn there, and the move is inevitable. Not even using ERS here, these guys just know they're gonna swap positions on the long straight every single lap. Wes here around the outside. Actually, Glenn with quite the dive to stay ahead there, kinda closing the door on Wes. Going very dark in the clouds there, but I don't see raindrops yet, and I think at this point, too late anyways. Really just a gamble whether the softs are gonna be good enough for long enough. That Kurobold and Martin went there. And so far it seems to be working out. Looking forward to my race. Next. Wait to be top 1 pace on controller. Oh well. Controller is just a wheel that looks weird, right? What they say. Werman going past Sean here. I think, oh, Nitro wants to go through as well. His gamble with the mediums, I think, sort of paid off. Now in a similar position I think he was beforehand. Probably had a little bit more fun in going everyone again and trying to get his position back after his pit stop. Oh. A little bit of contact here, and I think I saw a small part flying there. Presumably from Sean's front wing. See what Nitro can do. Glenn, in the meantime, I think has gotten ahead of Wes again. And that is a easy pass for Nitro. Further up, Martin is still been chilling behind Den, and Kurabold has lost a quite sizable amount of time, honestly. 1.5 seconds, I think, in the last lap. But given that we are in the very last lap right now, he's still 2.5 seconds ahead, unless he's catching a flat spot now. Don't think he's gonna be able to be reached by Steel Sneeze at this point. Might have just been a mistake by Kurabold. He does have to be very careful now about corner cut penalties. Oh, and as I say it, Martin gets one. He would have had P3. He just stayed behind and stayed on track there, but he's gotten himself a penalty as well. Now behind, then on track and on penalties. Kurabold is leading time, but it's gonna be too little too late, I think. He's not gonna reach him. Realistically, the upcoming left-hander here is the last overtaking spot that is possible, unless Kurabold gets a flat spot, of course. But yeah, he is losing so much time on the exit there. He lost 0.5, I think, already. Almost on that one exit. Oh my god, and there has been contact. After racing so well together there, Glenn and Wes have been coming together in the last lap, losing themselves so many positions there. And in the meantime, I think Kurabold is gonna, save his car over the finish line ahead of Steel Sneeze, Den, and Martin. Followed by Nitro actually coming home in P5 here on track. Oh, and maybe even after penalties, as Wirroman has picked himself one up in the very last few turns. Oh, Nitro had 2 though, so yeah. Oh, DJ with no penalties coming through, gaining a bunch of positions as well for a nice recovery for P5 after his drive-through. Made it unnecessarily hard for himself, but almost ended up exactly where he left. Fabian getting himself some points there, P9 for him. Kurabold saying my tires went to 80%, you could definitely see it in the last lap, they were on their last legs. And I mean, there's an iconic moment where I think, or I don't know if it was Martin or Ginger Ninja, his teammate from back then, spun in the very last lap of the very last turn, when I think they would have had their maiden win or podium or something. And lost it because of that. I was kind of anxious this was gonna happen again. Kurabold kept it clean to the end. Steel Sneeze, honestly, mega recovery in the end, almost catching him. I think one more lap would have been enough. But in the end, perfectly managed race by Kurabold. Den converting his pole position into a P3. I think he's gonna be quite happy with that one as well. And I think even DJ, after his drive-through, he was probably quite mad about that, about himself. But coming in E5, good effort as well. Alright. Let us look at the classification, if the game allows us to, before we get kicked out into the again. Yeah, I am. Mic cutting out, I'm sorry. I'll throat it a little bit more. Yeah, okay. I think we're just here to wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you saw the result, right? Yeah. It's been a pleasure. I already forgot who was P4. I'm very sorry. I would have said the WP4 to you, but might have been Roman. I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, good efforts. I gotta go, I guess, because we are like, it's 10 past. Did we start so late, or is this just a very long track? Regardless, given that we want to be live with Elite in about like 5 minutes or so, or 10-ish, Yeah, we're gonna go break. I'm rambling regardless. So yeah, see you in a bit. Martin was before. Hey, my boy. Congrats. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions. Welcome back, everybody. Another slight delay. Back. Not so many drivers as we have Ali, but we're here regardless, and well, still getting. Well, I don't know. We're supposed to be getting Yeast in here, but. Honestly, he's not there, so what can I do? Really? So... yeah, what happened, Doom? Yeah, my internet died. It was not my PC this time, which is great. So that is yet to happen. But I am currently not hosting the lobby neither, so... if I crashed... I'm gonna be honest, I'm like pretty tired. I'd probably just call it a day if my PC crashes on me now. Yes, last race of the season. For both Challenger and Lead. 11 drivers on the grid. Fabian is doing the honors of subbing in for Aston. The old love. And apart from that, I think, honestly, wait. How are we missing like two who have checked in? I feel like we were 11 check-ins and both Switcheroo and Fabian were not among them, so theoretically there should be 2 more people. Just, I don't know, don't exist anymore, so. Well, yeah. Time to go for the first hot lap here. Nier saying he isn't gonna race, so was one of the 2 that decided not to go in the end. Yeah, it's just gonna be a low calm one here. Not too much energy left. Crashes and such are always like a little bit stressful, especially when we were like, I don't know. Wasn't aware that this race was so long, honestly. We were already on 10 past 8 when Shelly was done, and usually I think we're done to like 10 to 5 minutes earlier. So yeah. Now almost 10 minutes late to quali. Gonna be about an hour 15 till this race is through. This is of course for the championship between Jimsky and Seagull as well, with the added handicap that Jimsky's wheel broke earlier this week and he is now instead playing on controller, which is unfortunate I think, because he do be a wheel player generally. My PC is still screaming, but we're gonna ignore that for now, I guess. Seagull is 11 points behind, so anywhere higher than 3rd, I think. And Jimsky wins it because he has 1, 2, 3, 4 wins, and Seagull has 1, 2, 3. Well, he would have his 4th today. Okay, yeah, this is probably messed up. So they would be on even wins then it would be highest average position. Not sure if Seagull started the first race, but he has 0 points there, so I assume he either didn't start or didn't finish. Apart from that, I mean, that might drag him down, honestly. Like, if he DNF'd there, this might bring down the average by a sizable amount. Jimsky only has 1 P4 so far and 1 P7. What is 6 points again? Well, it's like P7 or so. Yeah, Switcheroo is also driving again. Fabian is driving again. And Seagull and Yaneman, yeah, I was about to say, presumably are running on Intes. Just realized Solar ain't here with you. I'm honestly not sure. I'm in the VC. Might be here and has just not said anything. The continuous silence implies that this isn't the case. But it's okay. We're just continuing as usual. It's also still a battle between Red Bull and Ferrari. And there it is the other way around though. Red Bull 20 points clear of Ferrari right now, so... Yep, Jimsky can secure his own championship and could help Ferrari to get the team championship. Want me to go ask him for you? I am honestly... I am completely ambivalent. I don't know if that's an English word. I don't really care. I don't mind finishing this alone as well. So yeah, don't need to bother him. It's 11 cars anyways, there's not gonna be too much action, so we're just gonna have a chill one otherwise. Fabian is going for his second run here. Going also pretty deep into that hairpin. Embrace death like me, I guess. Yeah, for real, for real. How did you embrace death today, Herbie? Give us a swing of your life. I assume work was working a lot. Yeah, I don't know, like... I've worked as a waiter before. I think it's not quite what you do, like you do like more restaurant management type beat, but I don't know, service just ain't it for me, honestly. Currently a puddle on your bed, oh man. I wish I could just change my state of matter. Whenever, this would honestly be such a cool ability. I mean... Yeah, understandable. I will be a puddle in the shower probably later on. I was out with a friend last night. Watched anime all night. And yeah, I don't know, like if you stay up somewhere else and like it's uncomfortable, it's like not your bed, and then you come home and you just, I don't know, you smell or takeout food. Wet and all this stuff. Disgusting. And waiting for the shower all day. Always mattered to me, my G. Yeah, same, bro. So, let's see. Little bro doing here. What can he cook? Huge improvement contrary to his Interlap. A big surprise. If I remember correctly, Kota was one of his better circuits, so he might be cooking up another win today. Could be good for Jimsky at least. I mean, Jimsky Seagull is the championship fight here. Seagull needs to outscore Jimsky by 11 points. He can do if he wins and Jimsky gets 4th or worse. Or if he wins and gets fastest lap and Jimsky gets 3rd or... no, then they would be tied, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really 4th. Me and Solar have tickets for the new Haikyuu movie. Oh, okay, that's cool. I've not seen Haikyuu personally, but... well, okay, my friends showed me like the first 3 or 4 episodes and I was like, yeah, okay, they're playing volleyball. Like, what's the hold up? Was not quite for me, but I mean a lot of anime just like you need to watch and then it gets good at some point. Personally, like a friend is a huge fan of JoJo's and wanted to show his girlfriend, and so he was like, a few years ago, he was like, hey, we're gonna watch this. We wanna watch this with us again. Because I've seen parts 1 to 3, and yeah, we wanted to watch the 4th together, and was like, oh, okay, yeah, we might as well like watch the first few. So yeah, yesterday I've watched the first half of part 3, 24 episodes, 12 hours. It was certainly an experience. Yeah. Usually I'm not that big on benching, well, any series, I guess. Whether it's like normal or anime. But yeah, yesterday I got convinced. Cherry coming through P5. Yeah, so far. Wait, has Seagull cooked already? I think. No, he's cooking right now. Oh god, a very long day. Yeah. And I only arrived at like 9 or so, so like. We started at 9, watched until like 3 or 4, and then got up at 9 or 8 or whatever, like pretty early on, and just watched until 12. Until I drove home. Not even sure if I was entirely sober by that point. But hey. We arrive. It's okay. But yeah. Really happy that we got this 3-race thing out of the way in the end. Honestly, like, it was just a shitty situation. Wait, Seagull is on Intus again. What the hell? Probably given Jimsky an advantage because Jimsky has to drive controller. What is going on? Anyone fast right now? Churu is. Yeah. Was a really unfortunate situation last week. And now at least we have found a solution that the majority of the drivers was happy with, I guess. So yeah. And Martin got a win, so huge W in my books. You know, today has been a good day for my copium, really. We got Leclerc win, we got Martin win. It couldn't really be better at all. Now, like, everybody dies and Fabian wins this. Perfect. Yeah, but a more realistic copium would be Jannemann copium, I guess. It could be cool. I mean, for Seagull it would not be cool if Hussein Jannemann just make this out with each other. Who's gonna come out on top here? Because Seagull needs the points. God. But yeah. In this P10, Seagull certainly won't be able to do that much. He's gonna have one attempt. He invalidates his qualifying's Jova. And we have so much content to watch right now. Truly, nobody is even going out right. Oh, actually, Ferrari coming to our rescue. The Jimsky of Fanta. It is... Okay. So yeah. Last hot lap for everybody, really, but also for Jimsky. It'll be his last attempt. He's gonna be the first one to set one. I mean, I guess he's come out early enough that he could abandon his lap, recharge ERS, and then have another one in doubt. So it's definitely going a little bit safer here. Eagle has retired. Okay. So he is gonna start from far back. That is going to be very interesting. Because I don't think like he will have a problem catching Jimsky on controller. Probably gonna be alright. But I doubt that he's catching up with Yaneman and Hussein without a well-timed safety car. Gonna be very tough for him from so far back. Curious to see whether Mofa's even gonna set a time. I'm not even sure if he tried to before, or if he just sat in the pits the entire time. Gotta get out at some point now, otherwise you're not gonna make it. Yaneman coming out here. Not sure if Hussein is gonna take another try. Yep, he's also coming out right now. And here we go, Jimsky, final attempt. First one to be on the hot lap. Has said and agreed himself with the fact that Sector 1 around here is hell. Honestly, he takes this better playing on controller like once than I have in my entire life of playing F1 with controller. Oh my god, there's someone. Okay. Oh, it's the toe. Oi. I was like, someone is driving on the racing line. Such an idiot, man. What are they doing? But Fanta really just, yeah, given Jimsky this, so that Jimsky can be quicker on the straight. Just hope he doesn't bottle it, yeah? Purple Sector 2, as usual. As literally every hot lap ever. It's only a 10th up though, this was not the greatest exit. See what he can do through here. Had to lift off an extra time there to not run wide. Not ideal as well, missed the apex here slightly too. And ultimately it's not an improvement for Jimsky, so even though Seagull is only qualifying on Intis, the advantage that Jimsky has is not huge. As Niels is gonna get a tow as well, but I don't think by anyone who's actually supposed to give him a tow. This might be Fabian? Not entirely sure. Lost it a little bit on the exit there, but apparently did not lose too much time. 0.15 of an improvement. It's not really putting him in striking distance with Yaneman. He needs another 1.5 tenths at least to get close to P2, and then Hussein far out of reach, but hey, who knows, maybe he did not have the best last sector his previous lap. Let's see. Good turn-in, good speed, and it is P2 for now, provisionally. Yaneman is up 2 tenths as well. This could be huge for him. This delta is exactly 1 thousandths ahead, but honestly, yeah, I don't know. On these turns, I never know if people run wide and miss the apex or if it's just their line. Because you can take so many different lines. Might have been suboptimal by Yaneman there. He's taken this one very tight. Good one on this, no further lift after the initial one. And coming through here, is this an improvement? It is, but not enough for P1. And Hussein here coming through would have improved regardless. I see that correctly? Yeah, 32 flat. Very nicely done by him. Jimsky, yeah, okay, he is not going to improve on this one. He's ever so slightly behind. Gonna cross the line, and that is so 8th for Jimsky. Well, if he outscores Seagull in any margin, he's fine. He just has to worry about, well, let's say Hussein Yaneman get P1 and P2. Seagull gets P3. Jimsky needs P1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, P7 for Jimsky. I think that's realistic, right? With 1 or 2 people DNFing potentially. We may see. We may see. It's gonna be an interesting one regard. Yeah, of eyes, of course, on Jimsky Seagull. Not the first showdown between the two on the very last race we've had here, neither. I think Jimsky won his... Well, I'm not sure if it was his first or his second championships. Here, after being crashed out multiple times and being reported himself multiple times as well, and evading a disqualification by, I think, a singular warning. He was on 2 penalty points and 2 warnings in the end. Oh, yeah, it was a very... It was really a nail-biter, like, real 2012 battle recovery shit. Like, it was crazy. Was it 2012? It was probably 2012. Not too sure. Regardless, formation lap. Formating. And yeah, then we will enjoy ourselves some nice 28 lap. Saying Yanamana meals. I mean, a lot of tires on a lot of cars, I'm about to say, but it really just... Why does everything change? What? Change, but the map... Like, why do I have to open the HUD every... Okay, I mean, slightly annoying, really. Something else. Hey, EA, why are you doing this? Maybe BI, hey, why can I still not turn on red flags by the end of the life cycle on a game where this was the main change feature? Because they're bugged. So yeah. Hussein on softs, the only one on softs, really banking on an early safety car. Janeman and Meals on medium, and the first half. Everybody else but Seagull and Mofa. Also on the mediums. Seagull Mofa on hards. Really interesting. Really. Fabian returns to us. Good luck. Yeah, it's not a good omen usually to see Fabian in green car. I mean, admittedly, he did well in Ferrari earlier today, getting ninth place, so points on his return. And honestly, with the rate that Mofa has been finishing and the amount of people driving here, a points finish might well be on the cards here for Fabian. Not exactly sure what the strats are gonna be, but seeing how Kurabold and Martin could drive the softs for 13 laps, I think soft mediums is a thing, if not soft hard, definitely. I would assume the medium and hard runners are gonna both go medium hard. I feel like soft might be stretching it a little bit. Say I love louder on live stream. Yeah, this is all you're gonna get. I'm sorry. This is a conflicting statement to IRL commitments. Yeah, we do miss you, Louder. That I can say. That I have no problem with. Okay. Where is the lights, man? Okay, cool. We're not seeing when the lights are going out at all. What a camera perspective. As Hussein is charging up the hill though, and Janeman stays in P2. Twitcheroo looking like he's going to the inside there. I think Jimsky gained a position or two, and Seagull is also already past 2 people, I think. Fabian has lost a lot of ground in Cherry as well. Apart from that, I think... Oh no, Fanta has lost a lot of ground as well. Hard tires really disadvantageous on the start. As, yeah, Switcheroo apparently does not exist right now. He is in limbo. Yeah. Anyways, Fabian and Mofa. Oh, shit. Having a little bit of a battle themselves. A little bit further back. I assume there was contact. I think they are far behind for lap 1 if there wasn't anything happening. Oh, and they have come together. Yeah, okay. Great. So, Seagull has made it up to P7 already. Fanta is being, yeah, handed down the order. Ooh, Jerry. Niffer. But, no contact there on Seagull. Seagull is already approaching in Jimsky's rear mirrors. DRS, of course, only active from lap 3 onwards, so there's gonna be a little bit of time until we get that extra threat on the straights. Interesting thing is that switcheroo still doesn't really exist in the right place. No, but interesting thing is that Hussein is not really getting away. He has used more ERS than Jannemann, but still is only half a second clear. Definitely not what he would have wanted. Seagull is not really getting close to Jimsky mega fast, at least. I guess that's a tire disadvantage. Jimsky is still decent enough on pace that he is quicker with the better tire. Watching the peak battle between Fabian and Mofa is so funny. I mean, you can see them side by side here. What's gonna happen now? Are they gonna crash again? Oh, they are not. Switchback is coming through though. Fabian here on the exit. Oh, is he gonna switch that back again? Oh, he is. Oh. Oh, and narrowly staying on track. He has the inside for now. Honestly, yeah, it's good racing. Well, what can I say? Completely irrelevant to the plot, I guess, of the championship battle. But it's good racing. Very nice to see. I mean, they had that crash already, right? So now they can just have clean racing. I have a stream up. Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Of course, you can watch Fabian POV. I think he posted it in Formula Sun's Discord. If you are not on that, get on that, I guess. Yeah. Appears to be the only one who is live, I think, of the drivers, with Jimsky. Well, Seagull isn't. Oh, and Mofa is dead. He is fucking dead. So yeah, that's that with the Fabian and Mofa battle. Now back to the real battles, I guess. Further up here. I mean, Seagull is not really getting that much closer to Jimsky. I'm not sure how the difference between the tires is supposed to play out. How much worse the hard is than the mediums. But yeah, I'm curious for a yeah, all-out soft stint maybe from Seagull in the end when everybody else is on hards. Very hard, fun. Mofa hit him turn 1, Fabian hit him at the end of sector 2. Okay, fair. So, DRS train activated, at least all the way down until Marslian. Jimsky, yeah, a little bit of a gap there. Seagull, as soon as he gets in that 1 second window, I think is going to be quite a threat to the Ferrari, given that he does not have DRS. Cherry and Fanta behind, though. They are just being chilling behind Seagull. Oh. On an unrelated note, has anyone ever tried the Cactus Red Bull? That shit tastes proper weird, honestly. It's not that bad, but proper weird. That should be my energy refill. And there is Jannemann. Just at the edge of the screen, taking the lead from Hussein. That's honestly not a great sign for Hussein. He has picked his tire so that he has the advantage early on. Yet. Yes. Being overtaken already in lap 4. Wonder if he can just retaliate on the start-finish straight. With DRS here in turn 1. Looks like he should on 3 laps. Cactus Red Bull is best. Honestly, yeah, like, I had it a year ago or so, and I thought it was amazing, and now I got it just now, and it was just kind of tasting weird. But maybe it, like, laid too long in a hot car or something. Even put ice in it to get it cold again, but it was still just like, wait. Watermelon second. Watermelon I don't think I've had. The summer edition from this year, I think like Juneberry was like very weird as well, but I like the pink one, which was spring maybe. Was quite nice. I feel like generally a lot of the like special editions of Red Bull, like the colored ones, are just generally cool. I think they have like a tropical fruit or something that was... Juneberry is rubbish. Yeah, agree. It's not great. Pink one is good, but not the best. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I had the winter one, dude. Whoa. Like pear and cinnamon. Hell no. That one was disgusting. That was so disgusting. That was actually vile. The rest... Yeah, you prefer AlphaTauri. Yeah, drinking the fashion. No, but like I thought, I like pear, and you prefer Monster, to be honest. To be honest, dude, usually I drink the Lidl energy drink, which is Kong Strong. It's like a 29 cent per can or so, and it's probably like, I don't know, man. I might just have poisoning from the amount of stuff that I drank. But my girlfriend also drinks Monster all the time, and I have grown... I hated Monster because it was way too sweet for me. But like the white one is decent. And I think like even... I had the Lewis Hamilton one yesterday, actually. Which I have no idea how Lewis Hamilton tastes, but it was alright. Pipeline Punch, is that the blue one with the red, with the orange M? That one I like as well. This and the pink one is also okay. I don't know, man. Monsters are just like, some of them are mega nice and some of them are just, bro, like biting into a lemon, but instead of sour, it's just sugar. Pink, but a brighter pink. Oh god, dude, I have no idea. It has like the rough can as well, like the white Monster has, like 0 sugar. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, the Hamilton one I had, I think, was the purple one. Not sure what the. I only ever saw the purple one. And smooth on Hamilton. Yeah, okay. I was referring to the one, but anyways, dude, I don't know. Crazy what, like, in this day and age, what we can talk about, right? Like, not only do we have like chemical cocktail that does a wake thing that tastes like nothing else, and would probably, if you would feed it like to a Renaissance child, it would just explode their brain probably. But we have like 100 variations of a chemical cocktail. It's kind of crazy. And DM, yeah, I'm not gonna tab out. Actually, I could tab out here. There's no chance that I crashed the lobby because of that, but I'm not gonna tab out right now. Might look later if we agree. Ah well, yeah, apart from that, I guess if we want to go back to unrelated F1 matters. Any Monaco GP enjoyers? Any watches? Your opinion? Magnussen permaban? 2 penalty points. Fell asleep during it. Honestly, yeah. I don't know, like people are saying, oh, It's a strategical masterpiece. It's great. Like when they said to Leclerc, "Oh yeah, can you slow down because Norris has a free pit stop?" And like, yeah, bro, literally, you look if there is a singular gap above 20 seconds, and if so, you go 20 seconds behind race pace or quali pace, and if not, you only go 10 seconds behind quali pace. Like, it's such a sleeper. You go so slow that the tire deck is so low that you can drive the entire race on the medium compound. Like, bruh, don't even get me started. K-Mac with no pen for that is a joke. Yeah, I feel like it is mega stupid by K-Mac to stick a wheel there. But at the point where he has like his wheel next to Perez, Perez has to know that he can't just go to the right and like close the door without him dying. Like, it's just stupid by both of them. I don't get why K-Mac is going side by side there, because he's never gonna overtake Perez. Let's be real. He's on the outside for the next turn. It's just dumb. And then I don't get why Perez does not just go to the left side where he has a lot of space and let K-Mac run around the outside on the next turn and have no chance of overtaking him. Yeah, the gap was always going to close. I guess it's Monaco, like, you don't have space to go through that much. Like, the uphill is like a straight if you run it alone. But technically, I guess you could take it side by side and like take the tiny wiggles that this thing has. Right? Like, technically he's not alongside, so he doesn't need to. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, like saying you don't have to put your hands up if you're getting robbed and the robber says so. Well, it's probably smarter to do it anyways, because, yeah. You're either at a disadvantage or you just die immediately. Like, I'd rather take the, okay, yeah, I'm not driving you into the wall approach. It's, I don't know, it's just dumb by both of them, I feel. Which is ultimately, I think, why they said it's a racing incident, because I think, like, yeah, they're just both stupid. Like, what is Perez even doing fighting with two Haases? Perhaps I chose death, yeah. Oh my god, speaking of choosing death. Hunter is surprisingly alive for presumably having been in a wall. His car looks absolutely flawless. So there is no visual damage. Might have been lucky for him. Either way, he is out of contention for any major positions. Dude, we have talked so much. I have missed Seagull getting past Jimsky. But Seagull is already past Marcian as well, and now it's on. He has 3.9 seconds to make up to Switcheroo. And then he will have caught the top group. New Martin. Yeah, maybe. Martin has outlived his wall curse. He has driven, I think... Well, if you don't count Ninja as a wall, he has driven 3 wall-free races now. It's like the Flash. The Flash in How I Met Your Mother. First podium of season 15 for Martin. Yeah, okay, I was about to say. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, honestly. I thought he would have had way more. Usually performing reasonably well. So. Top. Still looking exact same. Enaman Hussein, Fields, Switcheroo. Oh, there is a pit for Fanta. I mean, I guess he sees he can just get fastest lap. As Mofa is nowhere to be seen near anyone. Except all the people about to lap him. Could honestly be great for... Janeman? What is Mofa doing? Okay. Got going again. Not sure where he hit the wall there. Can't lie. You have to go mega deep to lose your front wing there. Unless he lost it beforehand. But yeah, with a bit of luck, Janeman can get DRS here, and this could potentially give him an advantage that is enough to pull away from Hussein. I think he's too far away though. Yeah, he's too far away. Got shafted both races. Yeah, that is highly unfortunate. I guess unavoidable to an extent. I did not see the... Actually, I'm very curious about the turn 1 incident. I didn't see at all who caused it, and like... I feel like the two people who dropped down hard because of it was like Glenn and... Was it one of the Ferraris? Oh no, it was Genier, right? Like, they were so far apart on the start. Wasn't they like 6th and 9? And so yeah, really curious how that happened. Seagull is pretty much staying on pace with whatever is ahead, which is I think a W in his book, because he's only like 5 seconds ahead from the leader, away from the leader. And he's gonna have the tar advantage. It really does look like Hussein's softs are slowly but steadily going down. Glenn caused a few issues. I'm sure there will be some report. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can pretty much guarantee it, I guess, if you're involved. Yeah. I mean, overall, we still had like 2 or 3 big collisions in the rerun. I mean, it's twice the Challenger action today, right? Twice the reports, I guess. Shh. Yeah. Jannemann briefly was like 1.5 seconds away, but Emils has gotten past Hussein and has closed the gap immediately again. Seems like Hussein is really on the end of his tires. I wonder if he's going in right now already. I think so, right? Yeah. He's yeah, bleeding pace here. I wonder, is it mediums from here on out, or is it actually hards? I think that's yellow tires. Yep, he is going medium. No, I was lied to by my eyes. It is white. So he goes for hards, which makes it, I think, reasonably fair to assume that Seagull is gonna go hard soft. I wonder if that's his plan. He's still about 6 seconds behind Jannemann here. Yeah. So, that should be easily catchable. If Jannemann, etc. don't go for softs as well, right? So, yeah. Seagull can just stay there, and everybody else is going to be on hards. He's gonna have a fun time. And what can Jimsky do? I think Jimsky would be... Well, Hussein is gonna go back past him, so he would be net P7. If we are saying that for a win, 7 would not... My PC is making noises like a siren. It's kind of crazy. Just like the fans go into overdrive and then they relax for a second, and then he probably is like, oh, wait, I'm still hot. Has a certain rhythm to it. Wonder why that is. Was there like, is there any issues that have started with you guys like playing F1 recently? Because it never had that before. What is going on here? Is that a... Okay. Switcheroo with the teleport tech. Pit exit animation just did not properly play, I guess. So, Hussein has done... nothing really changed his position, right? This is pretty much exactly the same. He is just on 1 lap older hards now. But he's still just behind Jannemann, just ahead of Emil. So this is honestly a W in Hussein's book, I think. The soft gamble didn't really pay out. And he did not lose much because of it. So yeah, from now on I think he's just driving his race again. Also really curious, how little time do you lose in this pit lane? This must be only like 15 seconds or so, because they're already only like 13 seconds behind Seagull. And Seagull was... Yeah, okay, never mind. Seagull was like 6 seconds behind the leaders, so I guess it's about 19 seconds. That's fair enough. The longest pit lane, and you gain a little bit on the entrance. Jimsky and Marcellian into the pits. Seagull, of course, continuing. Barry usually would be coming in here as well. Yes. Playing it safe on the entry as well. No 5-second penalties for anyone. And they're all going for the heart. So this is going to be a huge advantage for Seagull in the end if he chose to take on the softs. And even with the mediums, I guess he can probably cook a little bit. So we've seen with Hussein that 2-lap old, so 11 laps is like probably the maximum you could do. Ah, corner cut penalty, pain. Not good, especially given that nobody around him has one, and there's like 3 cars within 3 seconds, so he would lose so much if this were to stay that way. But yeah, so like 11 laps was 1 lap too much, I think, so lap 18 is probably when we can expect Seagull to come in if he goes for the softs. Let's see. Jane just got re-overtaken by Jannemann. Jannemann has been picking up one or the other time penalty in his races as well. Has cost him a win or 2. So maybe this is not quite over yet for Hussein in the direct battle. And Seagull is pitting already. Okay, he's going for mediums actually. I wonder if the difference of these like 3 extra laps is enough to outweigh the benefits of the softs later on. He just stayed out for 2 more laps. Very interesting. So Seagull is now... That's a good bunch behind. He is a second ahead of Marcellian, which is huge, because it gives Marcellian less of a chance to follow if he is immediately out of DRS. And he is now about 10 seconds behind Jannemann in the lead. So, P2 would be enough for Seagull, I think. Yeah, P2 would be enough for Seagull if Jimsky stayed P7. Jimsky goes P6. Seagull needs fastest lap to draw with Jimsky. So yeah, it's really just win this for Seagull. There is not really another option. He's gained about 0.7 on Marcellian already. And also on Switcheroo. So this is going to be a tough 13 laps. He needs to gain about half a second every lap. Plus overtakes. Might not be too easy. Because the hearts are not that bad yet. They're all pretty new still. I'm not sure how big the difference between mediums and hards actually is. But I guess like the advantage for him now is that he can really push. Whereas on softs he would have to worry about serving his tires at least. Yeah, a decent margin. Fabian is currently still running on 14 lap old mediums as well. I wonder if he just wants to go for fast lap softs in the very end. He's just gonna drive home a singular point for the Astons most likely. Not sure how much that matters in the broad picture of things, but I guess Hussein won't complain about the teammate having his back a little bit. Oh, Fabian pitting. Another medium stint maybe? I'm not sure what Fabian started on. It was hard or mediums. Started mediums, this is gonna be hards, yeah. Okay. Well. Top here still close together, top 3. Emil's holding the line here, staying in position to potentially support his teammate at some point. Seagull is gaining, honestly. We said like he needs half a second per lap. I'm pretty sure this is like his fastest lap attempt right now as well, where he uses all of his remaining ERS. But this was a pretty good one, honestly. He gained almost 2 seconds on this lap alone. And coming over the line, I think this is going to be like a 1:34. Yeah, 34.7. And it is the fastest lap. And yeah, with that, he is only 6 seconds behind the leaders, really. 7 behind Jannemann, I guess. So Jimsky, current championship leader, controller driver right now. I think gonna be the last full season for now that he is driving, as he is gonna have to do military service in about 2 months. And this could be a good way to end his season here with a championship win. Not going to be the win over in this race, I guess. He's probably just going to sit behind Marcellian and wait for his chance later on. P6 would be huge for him because it pretty much forces Seagull to win the race. Everything else is not enough anymore if he is in P6. In P7, Seagull can get fastest lap and second and will still win. But here in P6, I think Seagull needs to win. So yeah, he's gotten past Marcellian now, but of course Seagull is approaching Switcheroo rapidly. On the other hand, Switcheroo is also dropping behind Emils, Hussein and Jannemann. So the Williams, inevitably at some point, gonna be overtaken by Seagull, I think, here in the next few laps. Wonder if Marcellian is gonna come back at Jimsky. Or rather, when. I think back straight is usually the best point to overtake here, I think. Start finish straight is rather short, honestly. Or it feels short, and well, I guess the braking zone being like uphill into the blind apex makes it very hard to anticipate how late and how in general like you have to brake to overtake into turn 1. So Marcellian is already in the slipstream, had used a little bit of ERS on the corner exit at least. DRS is open as well. Gone side by side, and that is an easy overtake here on Jimsky. And oh, Seagull. Oh, Seagull. He is zooming. It's gonna have ERS on Switcheroo, I think, in this lap already. Yeah, used a lot of ERS here to get that extra speed, and we saw the little line here. 0.9 behind on the detection point. And this is going to be an extra half second that he is going to gain per lap now. Seeing the top 3 in a sight here, we saw them on top of the hill there. And it's going to be sector 1 here behind Switcheroo most likely, but then on the back straight I am certain it's going to make light work of it. Oh, okay, Switcheroo just lets him through, honestly. Does not even want to get in the way. He knows he is outpaced. He knows they're driving a different race, different strategy. This is great for Seagull, of course. He just has gotten the benefits of the DRS without the drawback of actually having to make an overtake. And he is already a second clear of Switcheroo. That is crazy. So yeah, 3 seconds to the top as we see them ahead of us. And yeah, he really needs top 1 here. There's 9 more laps to go. So let's say gaining 0.5 every single lap, plus 1 lap per overtake, would pretty much perfectly get him into P1 in the very last lap. I wonder if Jannemann is gonna let that happen. But yeah, so far Red Bull honestly looking pretty good for constructors as well. Fanta not having a great race today. Jimsky, of course, not expected to have the greatest race on controller. And he might even lose DRS to Marceljan, which is huge for both Marceljan and Seagull, of course. Makes it way harder for Jimsky to follow through here. And he is in that dreaded P7, so at this point, if Seagull were to overtake Emils, which is pretty much a given they are teammates, he is already almost within 3 seconds of Hussein. He could just take the P2 plus fastest lap and be champion. I think what Ferrari need is Fanta to come in like the penultimate lap or so, get new softs and get fastest lap, because yeah, this single point could tip the championship in favor of Seagull right now, because Seagull right now has fastest lap. Ooh, overtake for once, a change in the lead again. Hussein ahead of Jannemann, both of them in pretty similar ERS. Emils has dropped down behind a little bit. I think him and Seagull are gonna do the good old DRS switcheroo to gain time on the other two. And I wonder if Jannemann is gonna drive an attack on Hussein again immediately on the start-finish straight. Decent exit there. I think Hussein got it slightly better. Oh no, Jannemann is already gaining. I think at this point. Okay, he just lifts off early. Seagull into P3, not much of a fight as expected. Now mind, this constellation of course is great for Seagull. If he can get past Jannemann, he yeah, pretty much, I wouldn't say has the win in the bag, but I think the winning condition for Jannemann here is to just try and stay ahead of Seagull at all costs. Ideally, keep Hussein between the two as a little bit of a block, an emergency, yeah, measure, I guess. Holding Seagull off for longer, as we see. Jannemann here, don't think he's going for the move. And lifts off early again. Goes a little bit deep into this one. It's gonna gain Seagull a little bit of time. Of course, Jannemann there on every straight here is gonna gain a 10th or 2 on Seagull because he has the DRS on Hussein. But overall, I think Hussein is Seagull is net gaining on Hussein over a lap. So, yeah. At some point I think Seagull is gonna be in that DRS range as well. And I would say it takes about 2 more laps here. Maybe only 1 if Seagull can get a really good one, and the top 2 kinda are in the way of each other. Still staying so close behind each other. Jimsky is back in Marceljan's DRS, which is crucial for him. P6 and Seagull in P2, plus Fanta getting fastest lap for Ferrari back, would be a winning scenario for Jimsky, I think. So yeah, it's really narrow margins here. Seagull 1.5 seconds away now. He's gaining like half a second in that first sector. And then maybe another 0.2 or so in the third one. Jannemann and Hussein exchanging positions. We see it in Seagull's view. Why grid small? I don't know. Not many people here. It is what it is. It's honestly a good race so far regardless. Couple of position changes. It's a good track, I think, for racing. Ooh. Jimsky may have outbroke himself slightly. So yeah, to fill you in, Herbie. I think at this point right now, Seagull and Jimsky are tied in points. Seagull would be net P2 right now with fastest lap, and that would gain him 11 points on Jimsky. And 11 points is the exact distance they have right now. So, yeah, I assume Phantominum is gonna come into the pits in like lap 25 or so. Probably gonna charge up ERS already. Yeah, looks like it. And then try to steal that fastest lap point away so that Seagull has to win this race to be champions. Wanna know your MS picture? Nah, I'm patient. I'm waiting until tomorrow. Or is it you? If it's you, then you can say yes. Otherwise, I don't care too much. We're not leaking MS fixtures preemptively, are we? Right? That would be illegal. It is not me. SMH my head. It's Eric. It's gotta be Eric. Honestly, there's not much to choose from. We're well on the end of the ladder. Nah, I would never. Not Eric, they got the buy. Okay, cool. Yeah, and at this point, I barely know any of the teams. If it's the Mallards again, it's rigged. Yeah. Yeah, perhaps it's best I don't tell you. That probably. It's probably like, I don't know, it's something fucked up, right? It's Ascension Fez or something. We're like, yeah, fishing for the highest role we could get, which is a team that got mega rolled in the round before. It's way lower than it should be. I see it coming. Seagull is now battling to be within that 1 second window. It's only 4 more laps, so like it's not forever for Seagull to do something here. DRS here would be huge. He's getting into the range right now. So he's really gonna engage in the top fight now. Marcellian ahead of Jimsky in the meantime as well. And there's Fanta in the pits. Soft tire for him. It's crunch time really. Can put a lot of pressure on Seagull if he just gets that fastest lap. Seagull here, now watching the battle for the top. From a fair distance still, he's not quite there where the other guys are. Not within that half a second gap, but that's gonna be soon the case. By the end of the start finish straight at latest, I guess. In the meantime, let's see what Jimsky's doing. He's currently still stuck behind Marcellian. It's unchanged, really. Having a tiny look there, but he's not coming, pulling through. Fabian getting a point, W, yeah. Fabian got 2 points in Challenger as well. And that was more than 10 finishes. I think it was 13 finishes. Might be 14. We had a good grid for challenges. There was 16 people. And honestly, oh yeah, Martin Racewin, man. You missed Martin Racewin. The first race win since 2021. It was huge. Little bro drove his heart out actually. It was such a good race. So, Seagull, can he jump someone here? It's always hard to overtake if you're the third in the convoy here, because the car ahead of you will have DRS as well. Also, I think Fanta's coming over the line right now. Okay, no, this was his outlet. Now we're cooking. We're cooking with fire here. Fanta is gonna go on his hot lap. I think we will stay aware that he is currently trying to set fastest lap, and well, I guess we will see whether he can do it or not. But we might swap back to him if there's no straight or any overtake opportunity coming out for the top 3. But yeah, Seagull here is 0.3 behind Hussein, but he gets a better exit there again. Could be his chance to make a move on Yanneman, but I think he's yet again not close enough. Seagull right now is just gonna destroy his tires a little bit more than he was in free air still, but he needs to keep the pressure up. Ideally, he needs to overtake Yanneman. Hussein is pretty redundant, whether he does so or not. I mean, as long as Jimsky is P7, Seagull can stay where he is right now. But of course, that P7 rises and falls with Marcelian. Was the rerun... oh no, yeah, that was the rerun. Martin got a win on the rerun. On the current one, yeah, I think he got P4, so was also decent. 2 wall-free races for him. Oh, this is looking good. Could potentially cook here. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, rather dangerous move to do here. Fanta gets the fastest lap, so it's do or die now for Jimsky. He needs to be P6 by the end of the race. And if he is P6 by the end of it, Seagull needs to be P1. So, Hussein, Yanneman battling here. Probably a little bit better for Seagull if Yanneman is behind Hussein. So he only has to overtake 1 car. It's 2 more laps after these last few turns. Taken a slow entrance to the last corner and not the best exit, honestly. I think Yanneman got it slightly better. Overtake activated. I think the straight is just too short. Oh, actually, is it too short? It's taken up the space on the inside of Yanneman. They're still side by side, banging wheels here. Going through the S's, and Yanneman has the advantageous inside line. Seagull burned a lot of ERS there. You can see neither of the cars in front are flashing their rear lights, so they are above 10% energy for sure. But this pressure here cost Yanneman some time to Hussein, and maybe it will have weakened the slipstream for the next straight. We will see here. Cherry pitting for softs as well, trying to snipe the fastest lap point away. At this point it's not really relevant, I guess. Ferrari are fighting for Red Bull, but they for the constructors, but they have to outscore them, and I don't think it's happening right now. Seagull here, yeah, all he has to do is get past Yanneman. Thinking about a lunge here. It's not daring to do it just yet. There is still another lap to come for him to get past Yanneman here, trying an alternative line. Oh, and here he sees the opportunity, slides through the inside. Still side by side at outside line here is not necessarily advantageous. But the pressure is on the AlphaTauri here. This is of course for the race win for Yanneman as well. He's not had too many yet. I think it was 2, maybe 3. Yeah, Kota, one of his best and favorite tracks. Certainly wants to come out on top as well. Jimsky is currently sitting in P6, so this is all lined up for Seagull having to get past Yanneman. Not got much ERS left, and Yanneman still not flashing. A real nail-biter of a championship all the way to the end. Marcelian could spoil this, but he has not gotten past Jimsky into turn 1. Jimsky is gonna defend for his life on the back straight. Seagull here, overtake activated, just to stay in range of Yanneman, but I think... this is a good exit, I think. He's gaining on Yanneman, but I don't think he's gaining enough here. Using his last bit of ERS, he has to hope that Marcelian makes it through Jimsky now. Otherwise, Jimsky is going to be crowned FS champion for the 2nd time in his career. This could be, I think, Seagull's 4th. He has won unreasonably many. It's crazy, actually. So, it is all in for the AlphaTauris here. Yanneman has to stay ahead of Seagull, and Marcelian has to stay behind Jimsky. They're side by side here. Jimsky on the inside. We see Marcelian's tire on the right. Jimsky has the inside line here. He's gonna claim the inside line for this right-hander. And Seagull is only in P2. Yanneman comes home in 1st. Hussein demoted because of the time penalty. And I think, oh, there is the time penalty for Marcelian as well. And at this point, it is irrelevant whether Jimsky stays ahead on track or not. He is going to be Formula Sundays champion. He is going to come home in P6. And if I am not mistaken, this should net him 8 points to Seagull's 18. And the 11-point advantage that he carried into this race is going to come out to a singular point by which he claims the championship once more. He has done it before by a singular point, if I'm not mistaken, against Seagull on this very track, and he's done it again. Yeah, crazy finish to this one. It really just positional changes until the very end of the race. Marcelian there in the end almost preventing the miracle. Jannemann certainly did his best to prevent the miracle with his race win here, and Jimsky gets his second title, unless there's some reports I am missing. But yeah, Fanta as well doing his part, sniping that fastest lap away from Seagull. We're gonna see in the end by what margin Fanta actually got it. And in the end, Fabian here, last person still running. Not the one to do donuts, honestly, but at least he's gotten a point out of this. And yeah, it's gonna come home in 10th. Driver of the day, Seagull. It's not gonna net him the championship. But still. Valiant effort to come back from P11. I guess he kinda, like, wouldn't say did it to himself, but he posed the challenge on himself by starting far down the order and almost making it all the way through. And in the end, I mean, I guess it is how predicted, right? Jannemann and Hussein are gonna make out P1 and 2 between themselves. Hussein they're coming through with the time penalty, of course. And then Seagull recovering to finish third on track and second in the end. Yeah, I mean, clutch overtake by Jimsky, clutch drive on the controller that he isn't used to. Jerry saying P8 is his best finish this season, yippee. I agree, yippee indeed. And yeah, banging race, what can I say? Except, yeah, thank you for being here. For being here for the entire lifespan of the F1 23 game as well. And there we have it. Yeah, Fanta just taken away fastest lap by a second against Seagull, and by 4/10 at least against Cherry. So yeah. What a race here. Switcheroo coming home in P5. Emil's there solidifying the Red Bull Constructors Championship. So at least Seagull and Emil's will receive one championship, even though Jimsky takes the drivers. So, yeah, I don't know. Thank you all for being here for the night. It was a lot of Formula Sundays content. And yeah, for now, I say, well, enjoy your week. I'm not entirely sure if there is going to be a streamed event next Sunday already. We're going to meet up tomorrow and announce tomorrow everything further regarding the future of Formula Sundays, because we have not exactly decided what to do yet. Reports are that the game is horrible and nobody is buying it from our league, so it would make sense to stay on F1 23, and presumably it makes sense what kind of competition we're running. They're gonna be new. I mean, regardless. Thank you all for being here. It's crazy, like, at the end of the lifespan of the game to still have 2 tiers, even though Elite today was not well visited. The Challenger had still gotten like 16 drivers, so great to have that. Glad you all are around. Glad the team is still around. Appreciate every single member. And yeah, from myself, yeah, that's it for tonight. Good night, and enjoy yourself. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. through the final chicane, and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions.